And now, the unboxing segment. This is a segment dedicated to the unboxings of phones, tablets, watches, or any hardware device having to do with Android. And now, here's this episode's unboxing.
Now we resume our unboxing section, and John unboxes the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6.
Hello, and welcome to this quick unboxing of the Galaxy Z Fold 6. I wasn't planning on getting this, but I found it on sale and snatched one. And here we are. I'm going to go ahead and describe the box first. So these ship unfolded. So the box is probably it's a square. It's about 6 inches by 6 inches, and then the thickness of it is about just a little over an inch. And it's no surprise, that's because there's no charger in here. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull these tabs off, one on each side. This one. That's two. I'm going to take the lid off here. And let's see, so in the lid is the charging cable and probably a SIM tool, but I'm just going to get this cable out of here. It's got cardboard around it, and then it's got cardboard tabs you need to pull. One on each side of the cord. Alright, so let's see how long this cord is. About a 3 foot. Yeah, it's a 3 foot cord. Nothing special, it's not braided or anything, just your typical rubber insulated cable. I'll put it off to the side. Let's see. In here with the papers that we're not interested in, and should be a SIM removal tool somewhere in here. So yeah, when you pull out the cardboard, it's attached to the cardboard. So now getting to the phone, I go ahead and lift it out of here. I got the navy color, so it's a dark blue. Let me get this. So it wasn't wrapped up, it just had covering on the screen, which I peeled off. Wow, this feels much thinner than I remember. The last Fold I had from Samsung was 2 years ago. It was the Fold 4. And it's been almost 2 years since I've had it in hand. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this thing. Actually, let me see before I fold it. So the reason they ship these things unfolded is because it comes with virtually no crease. You cannot feel the crease on the screen. And that's because it hasn't been folded yet. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it. Okay, I'm going to unfold it. Yeah, so it has a satisfying fold and a satisfying open. It kind of locks itself in position. And the more you start to use this and have it folded, so once you have it folded and in your pocket for a while, that's when the crease starts to become a thing. But a lot of people don't seem to notice it or forget about it. I know as a blind user, it actually comes in handy sometimes if you're doing a split screen, and you're using Explore by Touch, you can feel which side is which. So it can actually be a good thing. So I'm going to describe the device unfolded with the screen, big screen facing me. There is volume keys at the top. They're clicky. Then there's the power key, which is flush. It does not protrude at all. And that's also the fingerprint sensor. That's below the volume keys on the right. Let's see how clicky that is. Pretty clicky as well. And then along the bottom, on the right side, is the USB-C port. Going along the left side. Actually, I was wrong. There is also a covering on the back, but just covering the screen part. So let's see. Yeah, there's just a sticker on the actual back of the phone. So now that I have all that removed, I can continue. It feels like along the left side, there's a SIM tray near the top. So all this along the bottom is speakers and microphones and a USB port. And then along the top, also speakers and microphones. And then closing it, the screen on the front of this, I forget the exact size of it. I think it's around 6.5 inches. But it's more narrow than a standard smartphone. Turning it over to the back, we have 3 cameras. So it feels similar to an S20. I think it's been like this since the 22 series, but any recent S series that has the 3 vertical cameras, it's just like that. That's what it feels like, except the cameras are on a... So there's a camera bump, and then the lens that protrudes from the phone, and then each lens protrudes from that camera bump a little more. Alright, I'm going to turn it on. I'm pressing and holding the button now. And wow, I had to hold that a long time. I just got a vibration. I thought it was dead for a second. Still booting up. Just to describe the feeling of the device, the back has actually, it all feels kind of matte. Nothing feels too glossy. I think the edges of this might be titanium. Don't take my word for that, but they feel solid. The edges are also much flatter than what I remember. So yeah, a little iPhone E, but the corners they're still rounded on the corners, but they're much sharper corners, if that makes any sense. The curvature is much quicker around the corners. All right, I'm going to try all the shortcuts to make sure the screen is on. First, I'll try the 2-finger hold. Fingers are on the screen now.
To turn on accessibility mode, continue holding the screen with 2 fingers until you hear a beep.
I let go. I did not continue to hold. Let's try the press and hold both volume keys.
Press and hold both volume buttons for 3 seconds to use TalkBack.
I am not going to do that again because the shortcut I want to use is side key and volume up. Whichever shortcut you use during setup will be saved as your default shortcut. So I'm going to do that one.
Press both side and volume up buttons quickly to use TalkBack. Speak items on screen. TalkBack on. Use volume buttons for TalkBack. Pressing both volume buttons for 3 seconds turns TalkBack on or off. You can select a different function in Settings, Accessibility, Advanced Settings. Don't use button. Double tap to activate.
I'm going to hit don't use because I don't want to use the volume keys as my shortcut.
Welcome to TalkBack. Welcome to TalkBack, page 1 of 5. Allow TalkBack to make and manage phone calls. Allow button. Double tap to activate.
So I've backed out of the tutorial and I'm going to allow this.
Samsung Setup Wizard. Welcome. English. Start button. Double tap to activate.
I'm going to start setup.
For your review. Not checked checkbox. I agree to the Samsung terms and conditions, including the arbitration terms and the dispute resolution agreement. This includes agree button disabled. Not checked checkbox. Agree to all optional.
Can I agree to all?
Checked. Agree button. Device setup.
On my other phone here.
9:30 a.m. Device unlocked.
Let's see.
Nova launcher. Gmail. To get started, you'll scan a QR code to copy accounts and settings, transfer your SIM, and more. To get started, you'll close. Setup button.
So if I hit setup, it should just work. I don't think I have to
Device
scan a
setup.
QR
Connecting.
code.
Heading.
Verify the code on your
new
old device. Heading.
If they match, 635. Codes don't match. Next button. Continue setup on your new device.
Settings.
Heading.
Verify it's you.
So I'm just going to call it quits for this unboxing at this point because I know you don't want to sit through the setup with me. Just wanted to show that it was accessible out of the box. Again, as always, thanks for listening.
John, you hinted at this at the start, but the way you obtained this phone was quite entertaining, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had no plans on getting this phone, and unfortunately or fortunately, I have an app called Slick Deals set up to alert me when there's a really good deal on something. And this was one of those things that seemed too good to be true. So I was like, it was basically like $1,200 off of the phone, and not like a carrier $1,200 off if you promise to stay with us for 3 years, but like buy direct from Samsung unlocked for $1,200 off. And I was like, this can't be right. So I go to the website and I'm like, oh, maybe it is. Like you had to get a certain color and configuration. It was the 1 terabyte version. And then I was like, oh, this looks right, but it's not going to let me put it in my cart. And I put it in my cart. I was like, oh, it's not going to let me buy it. Then I buy it. And then I'm like, oh, well, it's not going to ship. And then it ships. And then it gets here. And then I had it in hand and I'm like, I get Lookout. I get my phone out and use Lookout to like read the box because I'm like, this is going to say like, this is a Galaxy Z Fold 5 or this is not the 1 terabyte version or something. But no, it was the phone and I got it for a really good price.
So you're waiting for now is the US Marshals to turn up, take it off you.
Yeah, exactly.
So does putting down a chunk of change on this mean that one of the other ones is going to have to go, or the S24 Ultra and the Pixel? It was the 9 Pro you got, wasn't it? Not the 9 Pro XL. Are either of those in danger?
Yeah, the S24 Ultra is in danger. I just put it on a credit card, so I'm gonna have to pay it off somehow. Either just return it to Samsung or sell it secondhand. I feel like I could sell it and get more for it than I paid for it, so maybe make a few dollars there, or get rid of my S24 Ultra. Yeah, so something's got to go.
Yeah.
I think all I can say is that, you are a horse thief. You got that phone for basically for $1,000. I like Slick Deals as well. I use that app. I've got some incredible, offerings on there. Sometimes they sound unbelievable, but it's true. So I'm glad you were able to take advantage of that. And that's why a lot of times I don't have it sending me notifications because I know it's only going to get me in trouble.
I was going to say, Warren, was that one of the apps you do allowed to send you notifications?
I have that for a while, and Woot, WOOT, both of those, and I turned the notifications off because I'm getting too much.
He doesn't
crap.
even have messages allowed.
I know.
Notifications, but then
I know. I thought it was only Slick Deals. I thought it was only Slick Deals that he allowed.
Oh my goodness, yeah, but those things can really get you onto trouble. And another one that gets me in trouble is Groupon.
Well, this kind of chance is coming to us only once in a year, like once in a lifetime. John, you must be so lucky, and you wish you could spend it for something else. It's like it reminds me one of the prettiest girls in the school was sitting next to me in the high school. That was my wasted chance on this.
Yeah, exactly. You have to take advantage. You only live once,
She might
right?
be cheaper now.
I don't know.
Exactly. She's kind of wised up and probably has more senses now. So go ahead, play your card, my boy.
Yeah.
So we're a few days post unboxing. Well, not actually, we're around 1 day post unboxing. Have you played with it much?
Yeah, I got my SIM card or my eSIM transferred to it last night, and I was setting up the home screen today. So I guess the short answer is not really, just regular setup stuff, getting it configured the way I want. But yeah, I'm gonna use it for at least 10 days, until the return window closes and see what I think of it.
Yeah, and does the issue you were talking about on double tap? You said the flip, the cover screen, Google's TalkBack doesn't work very well on Samsung's TalkBack. Will that be the same on the Fold front screen?
No, that doesn't actually affect the Fold because, whether you're using the front screen or the inside screen, they're both just the regular Android OS. One's like the phone OS, and then one's the tablet OS. So everything's perfectly accessible with TalkBack. But with the Flip, Samsung has their own like customized interface on that small screen.
Because the Fold front screen should be big enough, shouldn't it? It's phone size, so they don't need to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, my comment about this whole thing, you thought that you had a bargain and that was a great deal. I want to ruin your excitement by telling you that you could just grab this one from wish.com, and it would be for $10, and it will be the Samsung Galaxy Fold 6 Pro Max. So it would be better than the one that you got. So I think that you all know about wish.com and the stuff that they have. So those guys are really...
And oh my God.
That would be the
Yeah.
Chinese version. And
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
if you bargain
indeed.
hard, you may get it for $2.50.
Yeah, maybe. But it will be the Pro
Yeah.
Max, so it will be better. Yeah, but
love it,
speaking
Sharon.
of the Fold, what I like about the Fold is one thing. I think John knows what I like is the folding and unfolding sound, and I'm glad that he folded and unfolded the phone several times while he was doing the unboxing. Actually, I'm not the person who likes to own a Fold, but yeah, I think the folding sound was satisfying, really.
It was good. What I want to know if any YouTubers have tried really hard to fold it the other way to see if it snaps. Like it makes the noise, so carry on pushing.
Yeah.
100%.
You'll have to ask Jerry Rig everything.
Jerry Rig, yeah.
What
Yeah. That would be fun. I think someone should make a rollable phone as well. That would be cool. Like a projector comes down.
I think Samsung is probably working on that, aren't they?
LG tried it like
I
years
read
ago.
something about
Do you
that.
remember LG Wing?
The wing thing is a little bit different, though. It's kind of
Yeah.
like a secondary screen.
Yeah.
I just don't like the wing. I have seen the wing. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It was
I
an
want a
interesting
cylindrical
phone,
phone.
though.
And you roll it down like a projector, and you can still have the switchy portrait landscape thing. So you can do that and then just turn it.
And then I could hang it on the wall or
You
something.
could. Or wear it like you could
Oh my
drape
God.
it over your shoulders like a cape. And then you would
Beautiful.
do that on the backside and then tap the screen like on your shoulders.
Oh,
Imagine
Good,
that.
good.
I like that idea. Yeah, that
Nothing
sounds
is
Yeah.
really cool.
possible, nothing is
And
possible.
if you're a
really.
blind kid, someone could snatch it away from you. It's even better.
No, because it'd be under your arms. You can't do that very easily.
Okay. I see that.
It's much easier to pick something out of someone's pocket than it is to take them off their body. Like like you've got to get too close, you've got to pull it, you're there longer. Yeah, it's way easier to pickpocket someone than to take something off their body.
It's one of those things. Happen to be one of those that I don't want to have my phone in my hand and walking down the street say I'm trying to use it for navigation. I think that's so silly.
No, you're fine. You've got a Pixel. Literally, no one's going to steal it.
Oh boy, here we go again. Lord have mercy on the boy. Forgive his trespasses.
Forgive his Fisher Price hate-ons.
Mercy.
Although, to be fair, I saw the Pixel 9 Pro, well, the 9 series in a phone shop the other day. The best I'll say for it is I didn't think it was awful. So, like, I'm still not buying one.
You're coming around. Frankly, the Pixel 9 series, I think Google has a total different design language here, and it's absolutely beautiful. I like mine. I mean, I don't like that boxy feeling. I mean, if you're coming from Fruitvale or from Sony, you're gonna like that. I mean, I don't mind it. I have it in a case anyway. So, but yeah, it's beautiful.
I actually think that speaks volume. Ed saying it's not horrible is better than anything Warren could ever say about it. As far as,
thank you very much.
As what people take away. Yeah. So that I'll take that as a big compliment.
It is a big compliment, and he just doesn't want to say it because, he's got to keep that facade going on. I don't like the Pixel. Just a cow thief, that's all.
I still don't particularly want a Pixel, but it's not absolutely awful hardware-wise these days.
It's a good phone. It's a good phone.
I do like the S24 Ultra though, but I wish just the Samsung launcher. Like I know I can change it, but I thought I'd give it a chance, and it's just really annoying me.
What don't you like? I like the Samsung launcher. The one
the
I
stupid
like
app
it.
screen I don't like, because you used to apparently be able to have it vertical with good lock, and now you can't. It's on the stupid pages. You don't seem to be able to add items to the dock using TalkBack. You can take them off. I don't quite see how you put another one on.
You'd have to double tap and drag to do that.
Yeah, like it doesn't work with moving it, does it?
Right, because it might let you create a folder with one, but it won't, like, because there's no empty spaces on the dock. But
there are, because I took stuff off the dock, so there are empty spaces. It just won't let me put anything on them.
Huh, that's interesting. Yeah,
it's one of those oddities that now and then happens, and it happens with all of them. Something odd will happen out of nowhere, out of the blue. So I've noticed that myself somewhere, but it's just annoying. You just have to do the second method.
Yeah, and it also has this issue because this is fresh in my mind because I was setting up a phone this morning, but it has this weird issue where, like, you'll remove an app or move it into a folder or move it, and TalkBack will think it's still in a place where it's not, which is super confusing. And I have enough vision to see that the icon is literally not there anymore. But when I touch that empty spot, TalkBack tells me it's there, and it's like, this is so confusing. And I had to restart my phone just to refresh it. So yeah, and another thing it does is, for whatever reason, if you long press, so if you double tap and hold to long press an icon, it works fine, like to bring up the menu. But if you use the TalkBack, because I have a 3-finger tap of TalkBack set to do a long press so that I don't actually have to long press anything. But when I do it that way, for some reason, the menu pops up for not even a full second and then goes away. And that's also a bit annoying me. Yeah.
That's like that button in Chrome, isn't it? Or the other browsers where you tap it and it the menu stays for a millisecond and you have to be really quick to find it.
We need to be able to adjust time to take action there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so this is one of the some of the quirks that we have, with the One UI is just like when you install an app and it says it's pending. The icon says it's pending. However, if you move it to a different location, it will tell you the name of the icon. So it's very interesting.
The other thing I would change about adding apps to home screen in TalkBack generally is, like, if you're on the apps list and you go add to home screen, it shouldn't actually add it. It should just present the home screen grid and ask you where you want to drop it. Because what it does is puts it in the first blank spot, and then you've got to move it again if you don't want it there. And that's really annoying, because I like my apps to be in particular places. I get a lot of people might not care, so maybe it's a toggle.
Yeah. It's interesting because when I first heard you start talking about it, I thought you were going to go in a different direction, because what I want to happen, and I guess it's different for everybody, what I want to happen when I add something to the home screen is it to put it on the home screen without taking me to the home screen. Like, because the way I wanted to do it is just add them all in order, so I'd find them in my apps screen, add one, then go to the next one, add one, but it keeps taking me back to the home screen, then I have to find the right page on this silly, like, horizontally
list.
Yeah, but for rumor has it One UI 7 is going to bring back the vertical app drawer.
But it was supposed to be 6.1.1. That was the thing I saw, and it's not happened.
Yeah,
maybe I'm getting it mixed up.
But it still needs good luck. Like, it was never in One UI, was it? You needed good luck to do it.
Right. I think the rumor I saw, though, is that they actually are bringing it to
I mean, they should.
One UI, which might be why they've taken it out of good luck.
Yeah, it's really annoying. The other annoying thing is I want more rows on my home screen, so I might just go back to Hyperion anyway, because the most I seem to be able to get with good luck is 8, and I want 12.
Do you use the Pro version of Hyperion?
Yeah.
Is it still updated? I mean, are they still updating it?
I'm not sure. It still works. I haven't actually checked when it was last updated.
Because usually those apps are not receiving updates. I don't know about Hyperion, but many of the launchers that were there, those launchers that are based on the Pixel launcher are no longer receiving updates. Launcher is starting to get updates, but they are still in beta, and they are not in the Play Store. But it's good to have them. But I don't know what about Hyperion, because actually it has a Pro version, which Launcher doesn't have. So I'm just interested to know.
I'll check. I haven't looked when it was last updated, but it was it still functioned perfectly happily, and it's good. Unlike the Pixel launcher, you can take the search bar off, which is just annoying, and get rid of all the Discover nonsense. But I'll check. I think Nova still gets updates, doesn't it? And I guess Nova probably lets you increase home screen rows as well. I'd be surprised if it didn't.
Well, all of them, I think, do. Or, it's just something that I don't know how. Like, some built-in launchers don't have this feature, but it's something really. I mean, it's something really like it's. Like, you shouldn't think about it, actually. It should be there. But I think that the default Pixel launcher doesn't have it, right? You can't.
It's how many it allows you to increase to as well. So good luck only allows you to increase to 8, whereas, like I say, Hyperion will let you go to 12. Is how small.
No, I'm not talking about Samsung. I mean, if we because the other launchers are based on the Pixel launcher. So does the Pixel launcher allow the increasing of the rows and columns?
I think like the most you can have is 5x6 or something. So that it does let you adjust it, but you can't add more than 6 rows.
I have to check if launcher has more than that, but I think it has.
Yeah, but I think that the more you have, the home screen starts to look like crawling ants, really. So I don't know about having 12 on there. That's too much.
I can't see the home screen though, so I don't really care.
Yeah, and why does it matter what it looks like?
And the way I use my most frequently used apps is I put them all, like the ones I open absolutely most often are either in the far left or the far right. And because there are quite a lot of them, I like the 12 columns, and then stuff I'm not so bothered about can go in the middle. And then I'm pretty accurate with the touch.
Where they look at it, yeah.
I actually have the app screen, so I use Good Luck to customize the app screen on my tablet, and I guess they allow for more on a tablet because I don't know if I have 12 rows, but I might. Like I have it set to the full amount so that I just never have to turn pages on the app screen. Like all my, because I don't have as many apps on my tablet, and like all my apps are just on one screen when I open up the app screen.